let's wind up our main topic, how to teach extensive reading. Now, in the end, let's have a look at what are the conditions or parameters of an extensive reading program. So what are the conditions actually by which we can um, develop extensive reading skills amongst our students, right? So the conditions for effective reading program are, there are some guidelines, and of course, these guidelines are there. We can use simplified version of the original texts, or we can gloss the text for the convenience or for the comprehension purposes of our students. But there is lack of research to what extent these graded readers are effective, or to what extent we can manage the library of graded readers from level 1 to 2 to 3. There are 42 Oxford bookworms levels, but and how to obtain graded readers. So in order to answer, I would suggest, that's my personal observation, I would suggest, like, in order to develop extensive reading, I would suggest to keep in mind the proficiency level of the students. What level of their vocabulary is, or their grammar, or their knowledge of the overall language discourse. So how many are needed to set up a library? These are the questions we need to really look at when we are engaged in developing some guidelines for creating extensive reading program. Okay. So Day and Bamford, like, their research suggests that it's good to have setting up an extensive reading program. It's good to have simplified texts, because they not only help arouse students' interest about reading, but also give them comprehensible input. Okay. And the research suggests that if we make such graded readers an important or integral part of the overall reading program, we can give very fruitful results in terms of helping students develop such skills. So their research suggests that we need to persist with this experiment in an organized way. What's the organized way? Well, I would suggest is just to keep in mind the level of students' language learning, what level they are, and what they need actually. Do they need to know too many unseen? If they are not familiar with so many unknown words, they might be losing, they might lose interest. Okay. So Ellie and Warren and Kaki, their research suggests if we keep up, extensive reading program, and we have the use of glossing, we have the use of simplified texts, and which meet the level of, which fulfill the level of students' vocabulary, the results can be impressive. How? Because they can help students develop and get a lot of meaning focused input. By meaning focused input, I mean the input which is understandable, which is comprehensible. So overall, extensive reading program really needs to be designed or fashioned in such a way which helps maintain students' interest about the text they are reading, and about the activities they are doing. And there are various ways which we have covered in this main topic of extensive reading program.